everyone, I'm Lao Chi Cheng. I'm B.Ed PE Year 4 student. Today I'm going to present my topic about my learning process, being comfortable with the uncomfortable. So my present will develop into 3 parts. First, what is my comfort zone? Second, what makes me feel uncomfortable? And lastly, how do I step out of my comfort zone? So before I start, I want to ask a question to some non-PE student who is not familiar with me. So here has 2 pictures. One is I playing netball, and the right hand side is the one I'm playing baseball. Which one do you think is my major sport? Baseball. Baseball. Okay. Any others? Baseball as well. How about the one behind?
Baseball.
No, handball. This is netball. Which one do you think is my major sport? Left hand side or right hand side?
I think right side.
Right side?
Yes.
Okay. So all are wrong. My major sport is netball at the left hand side. So actually netball is my comfort zone. Everything related to netball are also my comfort zone. I'm a player, coach, and umpire. And I'm also the national team members that represent Hong Kong to play different international game. And I'm also the coach. I coach many local schools such as Singapore School Lamkin, which is also my secondary school, and Kowloon Government, Kwun Tong Government Secondary School, and also the Tai Kwon Hillary College, which is at the Tai Po. And I'm also the umpire. And after I also mentioned that the local school I have coached, I'm also the coach from the International Sport Cup, which is called Sai Kung Stingray. This is a local sport cup in Hong Kong that provide coaching service to the junior boys and girls who love to play netball and rugby. And I have the coaching every Saturday or Sunday, and I have to coach from 8 a.m. to 12 p.m. as the morning training. But some people may ask me why I have to coach 4 hours in total, because Sai Kung Stingray is a club that have many divisions from under 10, under 12, under 16, and under 19, and each division have 1 hour morning training. And after the morning trainings, I have to coach for the game from 1 p.m. to 6 p.m. There's 5 games in total because they have 1 games in each division. And through this, I gained many netball coaching experience, and it made me have a desire to teach in international school after I graduated from Education University of Hong Kong. So I keep saying many things. It's all about netball, netball, and netball. But now, let's move to the second part. What made me feel uncomfortable? Because being a PE teacher requires me to have a solid foundation across a wide range of sports. I have to learn different kinds of sports such as table tennis, basketball, handball, volleyball, etc. However, in my secondary school life, I only learned how to play netball because Singapore School Lamkin take netball as a major sport, and all the students are compulsory to learn netball. And however, after I go into the university where I start playing other sports, I feel less confident and I need longer time to handle the sport. And basketball is the first example. You can watch it. Yes, I'm doing a free fall. This is just the beginning of me doing the shot. Yes. And my classmates asked me to have a kind mindset. Actually, I feel very calm, but I still cannot do so. And my classmate said 5-0. With me, I have 5 attempts, but still get 0. So yes. So at the end, I tried for 7 out of 10, but still get 0 ball in. And second is rope skipping. I have to step in and jump at least 10 times, but I already feel very difficult in stepping in. You can see I cannot find my right timing to go inside. And lastly is the gymnastic video. This is when I'm in year 1, I'm still in long hair. Yes. So after watching all my my videos. Now I've moved on to my third part, which is how do I step out of my comfort zone. So the video which I saw before is I'm doing gymnastics. I said 2 sentences, which is I'm so scared of doing it. And when my classmate asked me, do you think you can do it? I said, I think I cannot. However, compared to my classmate said at the end, which is sitting behind, she said she want to try again. Okay, so I want to use one theory that I learned in year 1, which is quantitative theory. It is a theory that your mindset and your internal thoughts are the primary determinant of your behavior and emotion. So actually I learned that before my body do anything, we should tell our body that we can do it, but never say no. Second thing is law of attraction. This is actually my philosophy since long time ago, which means positive thoughts are believed to attract positive results. The belief is that your thoughts and emotion create an energy, or actually called vibration, that is sent out into the universe, and you receive back what match your vibration. So that's why I think that as long as we believe we can do it, our body will help us to do that action, which can bring us positive result. And moreover, there is also one sentence that right here is imperfection is perfection, which means that I admit I'm a person which have which is very highly complicated, and also I think that I have a higher desire to win, but actually everyone have different talent and weaknesses, and I'm working very hard to work on very small detail in order to meet perfection in netball. But however, we don't have to do this to many kind of things. I always want to perform above average to everything, but actually for the other things we have to accept that we are weak at those things. Just try to enjoy that moment and work hard on it. And second thing is that the peer influence is a kind of source of motivation for me during the practical lesson. We have conducted many peer observations, which we exchange ideas of one another so as to learn faster. I remember there is a volleyball lesson we teach the underhand pass, and then my classmate would tell me that my arm should be straightened and my thumb should be pointing upward but not downward but not upward. So this kind of peer observation can help me to learn faster. So at the end, I really get a good result. I can jump more than 10 times here. So at the end, I also passed my written test and also the coaching test, and now I'm a qualified row skipping coach. And here it is recorded by the home court, and I have a 10 attempt, and at last eventually can make 7 shots in. And this one is my gymnastic video. Yes, I can successfully do some technique here and pass the gymnastics exam. So I think through all this experience, it can benefit my goal in 3 aspects. First is problem solving, second is critical thinking, and lastly is communication skill. For the problem solving, I not only developed the habits of observation, practice repeatedly, I also know that seeking feedback is really important after the practice. So we cannot just practice, we have to practice, we have to ask for the opinion and tips from the coaches and experienced player after doing the practice. Second thing is that I start to distinguish between helpful advice and unhelpful criticism. What I mean by unhelpful criticism is that when I'm doing something, my friend may joke at me, say, oh, you're so stupid, you cannot do it. But actually from now on, I won't take it as personal. I just think it is joking. And second is that recognizing specific challenge I face, whether it's a skill deficit or it's a technical issue, is really important. For example, when I'm doing the row skipping, I keep failing on doing some technique, and then I ask my coach, is it because my coordination between my hand and my leg are not good enough, or is it because the timing of me to jump distance match with the timing for me to spring? But actually, the coach said it's not. It's only because the length of the rope is too long. And after adjusting the length, I can do it. So this is also one thing that I appreciate him a lot, that he can find out my problem as early as possible, which is that I think that I also should learn from him, because it's important for me to identify my future student problem when I'm being a PE teacher. And also lastly, don't feel silly to ask questions. Okay, so after I talk about how can I step out of my comfort zone, it's time for me to say about how can I enlarge my comfort zone, how to make my uncomfortable things into being a comfortable things. First is apply for the YMCA sport coach position, not only teaching about netball, but from July and August, I taught about dodgeball and fencing to the kindergarten and primary school kid. And from September to October, I taught regular badminton classes for students aged 4 to 6 years old and also 7 to 11 years old. So after this, from originally my comfort zone is only netball, to now become I start to input awesome new sport, new thing and new skill into my comfort zone. But people may ask why we have to enlarge our comfort zone. Is it necessary to do it in our life? And the answer is yes. Because from the theory I learned in year 1 as well, this Maslow hierarchy of needs. From a human being, it's not only for eating, sleeping, and also drinking. It's really, we also have the priority things that put at the top, which is self-esteem and self-actualization. That's why it's important for us to try many new things to enlarge our comfort zone. So this is the end of my presentation. Thank you.